welcome to Creative Expressions with Nisi, where this week's tutorial we're going to work on yet another layered image. However, this time we're going to focus on what I do on the computer side, so therefore to make it a little bit easier for when I have to cut out my images, such as color coordinating, grouping, and attaching. Alright, you guys, so I've gone ahead and pulled up my software, which is Design Space for Cricut, which is the machine I will be using for this project. I've also gone ahead and uploaded the layered image in which we will be working on for this week's tutorial. So as you can see, I have it totally selected here. And what I want to do is go over here and hit Make. I'm hitting Make simply because it gives me an outline of what everything is and how it would cut out if I was to cut it out without going back to group my layers together. So since it's a little wonky right now, we're going to go ahead and exit out, cancel, and then we're going to go back and select the image as a whole again. We're going to ungroup it over here, the little icon up there that I hit, and it ungroups the words as well as ungroup the image, but this image is still grouped together. So we're going to go back over here and ungroup it as well. If it doesn't ungroup or you accidentally move something, feel free to come back over here and hit the undo button. So we're going to start with our pink layer first. And I'm going to hit the word girl, hit my shift on my keyboard, also hit withstand, and you can tell that I've selected it and it's been selected because it's also highlighted over here on our toolbar. I'm going to hit she and the swirly things as well, and then I'm going to select the hearts since they're there, and I'm going to hit the I am. And once I have that all selected, I'm going to come over here and hit attached. As you can see, all the words in which we selected kind of blanked out together and they are now attached. Next, we want to go ahead and do, let's say, the orange together. Okay, so once again, you're going to select September, which is the first orange word. Hit shift on your keyboard as well as hit to her and back. Once again, you're going to go down here to the little paper clip called attach and hit that. And as you see, all the words went together. Now, if you feel as though you've left a word out, you can always come back over here to make. And it'll show you all the different words. Now, before we had 7 different mats. Now we are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 different mats, but we're still not ready to go ahead and make it. Okay, so then we want to go ahead and select the teal. Now the teal is a little bit more complicated because it's not only on the image over here, but it's also included here. So we're going to try it again. Hit they whispered, you can't, the storm, whispered, the storm again, and as you see, everything went awry. So we're going to come back over here and try they whispered, again, you can't, the storm, whispered. Okay, so we're having a little bit of difficulties, and to think that this will go off without a hitch would be expected. And then the storm, and we're going to come back over here and hit attached. Now, as you can see, I didn't really deal with the teal over here. I'm just dealing with the words right now because that's a little bit simpler to go ahead and attach than it would be to try to get the words and this. However, it is possible. So what I like to do now is to go back, hit make, and see where I'm at. So now we still have the frame, the skin color, the words, the orange set of words, the teal set of words, which you can see, hold on, I'll decrease it here, which is down here, but you still have all of these loose pieces. Hold on, let me make that bigger again. Up here. Okay, and then we're going to go down and you have all of the pink words in which we put together before. Once again, we are not quite ready, so we're going to hit canceled. When we hit make the last scene, that we still had all of these little frilly things up here or loose pieces. So we're going to go back and hit cancel, and I'm going to tell you how to be able to narrow it down. So as you can see up here, it says attached, and a lot of the words and the letters down here are the teal ones. Over here on the far right hand side, and I guess it's you guys' left side, would be these little eyeballs, and when I click on it, those words go away, right? So I'm going to bring that up, and then we're going to do the same thing for the orange words. And as you can see, when we did the orange, we left one out. No biggie. We'll come back to that here in a minute. Then we're going to hit the eyeballs for the pink words, which leaves two he, which is the only thing that's left. So each individual letter here, we're going to, as we say, exit it out and make it to where you can't see it. Then we're going to come back over here to this image, and we're going to group together the teal on this aspect. So I'm going to go ahead and take the orange out. I'm going to go up here, and sometimes you can't always see exactly what you're selecting, but let me see if I can scroll up here. So I'm selecting that teal small piece right here. It's not letting me scroll up like I really want to. And then I'm going to select this teal piece, this teal piece, this teal piece, this teal piece, this one, and this one, and this one. And with that, we're going to hit attached. Now, as you can also see, we left some down here. So those weren't selected. So we can simply go back over here to the undo arrow and start again. So we're going to close up the things, the orange and the pink. I'll get better, you guys, bear with me. See if I can scroll all the way back up here. And they're already still exit out. We're just trying to narrow what we have to see here on the screen. So select that piece, the teal piece there, that teal piece in this one. I'm gonna go down and pretty much just go, oops, which is what I was afraid of. So we're gonna hit the undo button. I'm human just like you guys, and sometimes I make mistakes. Okay, so we're back to the original position. Once again, I just like to narrow things down so that I can see, and what may make it easier is if I do it like this, so that I can see all of what I need to select. Let's see here. All right, I think we almost have it. You can see the slightest bit. If you hit undo, it'll undo everything that you do. But the orange piece, which is in between the two teal pieces, or a set of teal pieces that we need, has gone ahead and stayed exit out. And I'm just bringing everything up for the sense of this tutorial, because I don't want to confuse anybody. So I'm just bringing everything up. So we know that the teal stops here. So I'm just going to head and exit that part out, this part out, which is the face, and we're left with the lips. But everything else, let's see, that is still available is the pieces that we need to select to group together. So since it's still visible, we're just going to go ahead and go down and select each and every one of them. Once again, still holding the shift button to ensure that we get every piece that we need and nothing is left out as we've done before. After you selected everything, you're going to go back down here to the attached paperclip icon and click it. So everything is attached. So if we was to exit this out and close it, that would leave. Okay. So we're going to go back down and undo all the eyes so that we can once again gauge what we have to do. Okay. And I'm just simply going back down here and filling everything in so things will come back. Okay. So now that we have everything back, you can see that my earring has kind of moved out of place. I'm just going to simply go back and undo it. So I'm just going to, oops, that's not what I want to do. So earlier in the tutorial, when we went ahead and grouped together, or as I say, attach all of the orange together so that it prints out and cuts out together, we missed a couple of pieces. No biggie, we've gone ahead and dealt with the young lady over here, part of the image. Now we're just going to go back and reattach the orange words together. So I'm going to hit September, which I know is selected because it's highlighted over here. So I'm hitting September. I'm going to also hit Shift, hit back, and then I'm going to each individual down here, select those to ensure that I have everything, and then come back down here and hit attached. We are successful and we have everything that we need. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of that and bring that up. To ensure that we have everything for the teal, we're going to exit out, and as you see, all of the teal disappeared. Okay, so we have all of that. We're going to bring back the teal words, and all of the teal words are selected as well. We're going to exit that. We're going to come back and make sure that we have all of our pink. So when we bring everything back, and yes, the words and the lips, when we hit that to come up here and hit make, you will see it as it stands off. And the reason why I didn't attach it with the words is simply because later on down the line, I can cut this particular part off of the vinyl and simply just place it. There's no sense of making it more than what it has to be, but you get the gist of it. So all of our pink words are together. So the only thing left is to work on the facial structure. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the skin here, and we're going to select everything that's black, which is pretty much the only thing that's left to attach. We simply do this to make sure that everything cuts out as one whole piece, and we're going to attach it here so that when we hit make, we don't have any loose pieces over here to attach later on. So we're going to hit exit. And I don't know if you guys noticed that every time I attach a group, it automatically goes to the forefront, which is the top of the listed toolbar over here. So let's see here. I'm not worried about that. Once we bring everything back, which is hitting all of the eyeballs to bring everything back to the forefront. We have our whole thing back together. And we're just going to simply select it all together again and group. And that, my friends, we have now grouped everything that we need to group together, so that when we hit over here and hit make, we have gone from 7 to simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've eliminated 2 different mats on this project. So the easiest thing is when we cut this stuff out, these words will be exactly cut right where they are, which makes it easier for us when we have to layer the image on the shirt. I thank you guys for joining me. If you have any questions, please comment below, like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube at Creative Expressions with Nisi. And until next week, toodles!